Sorry.
Hello everyone and welcome to an absolute scorcher here at Plough Lane ahead of AFC Wimbledon versus Stockport County in League Two. I'm joined to my right by Rob Boyce, my left by Reece Fletcher, and we're going to jump into some team news straight away I think and get ourselves underway. How you say boys, all good?
All good, thank you. Yourself?
Fantastic, yeah, not too bad.
All
yourself?
good, thank you, really
Amazing.
good.
There we go, I think team news will be on screen very, very shortly. As Stu works furiously behind the camera to get it up. There you go. Obviously, Alex Bass in goal, Ogundare and Brown fullback, Alex Pearce and Ryan Johnson. A midfield two of Ball and Lakin, and then obviously that attacking four of Nerful, Tilly, Pell and Davison, with Omar dropping to the bench. And there, yeah. What are your immediate thoughts there, Rob?
Yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't sure whether Pell or Bagel would start today. We've kind of seen this season that Pell and Davison have partnered each other. And we've kind of seen that Ali and Bagel have partnered each other. So I wasn't sure if we'd stick with Pell and Davison. Obviously they played together on Tuesday night, didn't have to be rotation, but great threat to have off the bench with Omar Bagel on the bench there. Also wasn't sure if Williams would start, but I think with his age and his runner games, makes sense him to drop to the bench. And it's also good to see Jack Curry back. He got 60 minutes Tuesday night, so it's nice to have him back. Hopefully we'll see an appearance from him, get some more minutes in his legs.
Absolutely. Obviously on Tuesday night you mentioned Ethan Sutcliffe apparently performed very well. I unfortunately wasn't there, but I know you were. What were your thoughts on him?
Sutcliffe played really well. I thought all the youngsters coming in on Tuesday, even Sasso, I thought the second half he was unreal, running past defenders, which are like so much better than him on paper. But even Lakin played well. He was really good on Tuesday. And everything looks good so far.
There we go. I think it's exciting to see sort of the youth we've got coming through. We seem to have real strength and depth now as well, which something we might not have had the last couple of seasons. So it's exciting to see a bench that you think, oh, Omar Budio comes on and he changes the game. Aaron Sassu, only young, changes the game. Morgan Williams comes on, again changes the game. But so I think it's an exciting time. And look, we played these guys last year, and I think the one thing that Stockport sort of outdid us with was their strength in depth and their strength of quality. We didn't have that necessarily. We had a very young bench, and maybe those players weren't the same quality that we've got now. So
100%. To be honest, when you do look at last season, at around maybe January time, we had loads of players that were on loan going back to their parent clubs. We had so many injuries, and now I think I said in the pre-match show against Stevenage on Tuesday night, in every single position when everyone's fit, we have at least 2 or 3 players in that position. So it's great to see.
And it's good, having players of quality, it gives Jackson that almost dilemma of who do I pick, who do I go with, and that's never a bad issue, having players fighting for spots. So like I said, there's that team line up there on screen, Pell through the middle, obviously with Davison leading the line. We're going to now jump into some podcast clips from the official club podcast with Armani Little, Craig Cope and their host.
Great
to speak to you here at Plough Lane at the end of your first proper transfer window with the club. How's it gone?
Yeah, no, it's gone well. Obviously, a lot of things we said we were doing at the back end of last season when it was a bit hard for other people to see, I think it's now come to fruition. I watched that fans forum back again the other day, and I was just to make sure we was on track with everything we said we was going to do, and I think we've delivered that now. Obviously, everything we have said, we've worked together. We've been as a team, the manager, myself, Terry, the staff, the academy staff, the players even. We've all come together and we've all delivered this transfer window, and now my job is to plan ahead of the next one while these guys obviously try and do the business on the pitch and keep where we are now.
What was your plan? What was your idea in terms of, from those meetings, what did you decipher? I know the chairman talked about how you wanted a certain percentage of your squad in before the club went away for pre-season tour, but what was your main objective? Okay, so
if we go right back to the start, the plan was always, let's try and deliver a team that's befitting of AFC Wimbledon that fans can relate to. We all know what Wimbledon is at football club. We all have our own ideas of what Wimbledon is, but if we can try and deliver a team that's a modern version of that, then hopefully we'll get the fans on side and we can start building the club that way and everyone's in it together. So that was what we set out originally, to go, what does that look like? Myself, the management staff, what does that look like? Positionally, what does that look like? So what does a wide player look like in that area? What does a forward look like? And so on. Even down to goalkeepers. So then we could go out scouting and planning a team that way. And the next thing was, I've said to the board, look, sat with Johnny and the staff, and I said to the board that we would like to go away for pre-season, try and shortcut the gelling period and get everyone together. Benidorm came up, which was a tough sell. But I said, look, if we can get to Benidorm and at least 80% of the squad in before Benidorm, so that it actually has an effect on it. And it was funny, we got 78% of the squad together before Benidorm. Then obviously I went and picked Tamani up from the airport just before that night at the 12th man in Benidorm and drove him straight there. So that was over our 80% then.
Andy was one of your first signings, Andy Thorne, club legend. What's it like welcoming him back to the football club?
Yeah.
And what kind of an impact has he had on the
summer? He thought he was coming in as centre half. No, Thorny's been brilliant. So I took my time, if I'm honest with you, to think about what I needed in a chief scout. Met loads of people, some really good people as well. But I just felt Andy fitted well, not obviously because of his history here and what he's done, but he's a proper scout. He loves getting to games. He finds out stuff. He's one of them scouts that just knows everything, everyone. He's no more than a phone call away from some of the big clubs. So I knew where my weaknesses were in terms of recruitment and which doors I couldn't really open yet. I've got loads of contacts lower down, and he could open those doors for us as a football club. So his role was that, especially with the PL2 clubs and higher up. His role was also, we'd draw the list together, and so I'd send a player or two to him and say, look, what do you think of this player? I really like him, but what do you think? Don't say yes or no. And somebody'd come back going, Craig, what are you thinking there? Another would come back going, yeah, no, I really like him. And that was really important that we could be honest with each other. And then we'd obviously put it over to the staff. He speaks to the manager and assistant manager regular. So we've got a really good... He just fitted in straight away, and he can obviously spot a player. He knows what it's like, the demands of the level, and the demands of the style of play we're trying to deploy, and more importantly, demands of this football club.
I think it's a good time to maybe look through some of the signings. First up, Jake Reeves. I mean, what a feel-good signing that was to have him back in the middle of the pitch. I know he's injured at the time of speaking, but his impact has been seismic.
So, I say everyone's been included, haven't they? Like, it's not just me doing the recruitment, it's everyone. Like, so Trevor Williams, I played Stevenage last year, we got tonight, and Trev obviously knows Reeves for the last time he was here, and he's helped get him over the line. We can get Reeves. So as soon as that was in my head, it was we can get Jake Reeves, and myself, Johnny, everyone was like trying to push, and Trev's really helped with bringing him over the line as well. So has Rocket, and it's been a real team effort to bring him in. And then he's come in, and he's wearing the armband. He gets the club, the culture. He's driving it, and he's really popular in the club. So what he does out there is brilliant, but obviously what he does this side of the white line as well has been really good for the football club.
Connor, first impressions of the football club, what's it been like? I mean, a whirlwind few days, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it so far. Obviously, Friday was a bit manic. I was straight down to the hotel in Newport from Manchester, straight in the squad Saturday. Come on, but this week's been a little bit more settled. I've obviously trained yesterday, done a bit this morning because obviously I can't play tonight. And yeah, it's been really good. The lads have been good, staff have been good, and I'm just looking forward to getting my head down and cracking on now.
Is it nice to be back in the south?
It is nice to be back in the south. Yeah, it's a bit cold up north, and so obviously this is a little bit closer to home for me, which is Swansea. And obviously I know a few lads here already, so yeah, no, I'm looking forward to being here.
We'll come on to them in a minute. Armani, a lot of people have been talking about how you were potentially the agent for this deal. Tell us about when you found out about Connor potentially joining Wimbledon, what you were asked. Were you asked a while ago maybe about him? Were there secret little clues?
Yeah, no, I've been speaking to Kopi all over the summer really about Connor, and then obviously I've been going back and forth with Connor over the phone, speak to him near enough every day. But it wasn't looking likely to happen a few times now, so it sort of went a bit dead. And then I think the last few days, just before the window shut, started heating up a bit, and I think there was an opportunity that we could get Connor. And yeah, no, I think I played a little role in it. Yeah.
You guys spent 3 years together at Torquay. Tell us about this man, because there'll be a lot of people desperately looking to get to know more about him, and hopefully we will in this interview. But what do you know about him?
You're under pressure now.
Yeah, it put me under pressure. No, yeah. Obviously, from playing with him, he first of all he works hard, and then he's got a lot of quality on the ball. Will do a lot for the team, brings you goals and assists. Very creative player, so I think he'll fit in really well with us. And the way how we want to play.
That's too.
Get me another movie.
No. See, now you're just being too nice. Tell us about the real Connor Evans.
The real Connor Evans. Yeah, he's got a few shanks in him. Yeah, let's just say that. But no, yeah, he's a good lad.
What was it like playing with him for 3 years? I mean, Connor, you know how to find the back of the net.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Yeah, no, it was good. We built up a relationship. I signed at Talking. Connor was on loan from Bristol City, and as soon as he come in, we sort of linked up a good bond on the pitch and off the pitch, and I think it helped us out a lot. And then ever since then, yeah, played well together.
Connor, as a midfielder, how would you describe yourself?
Just like mine said there, creative. Try and be creative. Try and be positive. And like I said, work hard and just do what I can for the team to make sure that we get 3 points on a Saturday.
Such boring football answers. Come on, give us some juice. I mean, what turns you on in football? What gets you going?
I think obviously playing in front of big crowds, scoring goals, getting assists, just the normal stuff you would get from an attacking sort of player. You want to score goals, you want to get assists, and that's what I'll try and do when I play for this team. So.
What about
he likes a little celly, by the way. Little shush off the crowd.
Yeah.
Does he?
He's pulled that out a few times, yeah.
Is that your
Obviously
go-to?
not at home games, it's more of an away game celebration.
I think he gets a little buzz out of that, to be fair.
What about your home celebration? What we're talking about?
Home. I don't really know yet, but definitely if it's away, the shush is more than likely going to be coming out.
Okay, interesting. I mean, you like scoring goals. You scored a hatful at Torquay United, where obviously you were playing next to Armani. What can we expect from you positionally? Where do you like to play in midfield? Are you a 10? Are you a 4? Are you a 6? What are you? Are you going to be keeping him out the team? Is he going to be keeping you out the team? Talk to us.
Nah, I think my preferred position would be a 10 or out on the left. I do quite like playing off the left. I don't think I'll be taking Mines' role in the 8 because it's too much running for me in there, I think. But yeah, playing in the 10, playing off the left, just anywhere forward, anywhere I can affect the game positive going forward. And they're probably my preferred positions, to be honest.
In terms of your relationship with some of the other boys, you know Joe Lewis, you know Jono as well.
Yeah, I know Jono,
it's quite the ex-Stockport contingent sort of building here, isn't it? I mean,
but that's been good for me. Do you know what I mean? So I've come in, I already know Mange. This is my 5th year playing with Joe, 3rd different club in a row. So
I don't know what that says about both of you.
Yeah, I know that was a good or a bad thing, to be honest. But I get on well with Joe. He lived with me when I was in Torquay for 6 months before he got his own place. I got on well with Jono last year at Stockport, so it's just been easy for me. Obviously, them 3 lads being new. I played with Bassi actually a bit when I was at Torquay as well. So yeah, it's been really good. It's been really easy for me to settle, and like I said, I just can't wait to get on the pitch and show the fans what I can do.
There seems to be a lot of crossover between you and a few of your teammates. Are you glad you didn't follow Armani to Forest Green Rovers?
Answer carefully.
I'm not talking about the football, I'm talking about the veganism, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would have been for me, and I'm not
It
sure.
won't for
I'm
me,
not sure
not
it's for
one bit,
Martin
no,
either.
yeah.
No.
We-
Yeah, that I'm not sure the whole vegan thing would be for me.
Were you secretly doing like packets of ham in like a Tesco car?
Oh, we weren't eating it at all. I remember we had Lincoln away, like second game of the
He
season.
used to call me up just moaning about the food after training and that. And
Most of the lads went for an Nando's on a Friday night. Hotel
Behind
food.
the chairman's back?
Yeah.
If-
Well, like
if you
the
found out, just
vegan
get in
food
trouble.
was on.
it's
This
not
is-
it's
you
not
don't
an
have to eat it,
obligation
do you?
to be
Like,
vegan there.
You
is
don't
it?
have to be vegan, but the food's on. So whether you eat or not, it's up to you.
Is this the first time we've ever seen like professional footballers bringing like packed lunches to training?
there was a few lads to be fair, yeah.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, no, there was a
Oh mate. Well, I mean, is the food better here?
few. Yeah, a lot better, yeah.
That's good.
Just
That's
normal, innit? Normal food.
You've been here a while now, Armani. What can you tell Connor about playing for Wimbledon? What's it like? What tips have you got?
Yeah, no, I think obviously it's a massive sort of family welcoming club, and I think any of the fans will love just that hard work and then that desire shown on the pitch. And I think if you do that, and then they accept you straight away. And I think any player that does that out there will see that and get that reception from the fans.
What's the living arrangement? Have you offered him a sofa at your gaff
Well,
situation?
to be fair, I'm only Portsmouth, so I'm sort of staying up 2 to 3 times a week in a hotel. So, yeah, and then I go back on Sunday. So I haven't really got a sofa in my hotel for him, but I'm sure Joe Lewis will have a little sofa for you
Yeah,
sometimes, won't he?
In terms of your Wimbledon induction, who have you bumped into in the dressing room? There's some characters out there, aren't there? I mean, Omar's a big personality in the dressing room. Harry Pell, bumped into him yet?
Yeah, Pelly. Yeah, and I had a word with. I know some of the lads who've played with Pelly before, and yeah, they just give me the heads up. And he's been good, Pelly has, but he is a bit of a cannon. Yeah, there's a few to be fair. There's a couple of cannons in there, but the boys have been brilliant with me so far. So
Would you describe him as a cannon? Is that the technical phrase, Armani?
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to describe him. Cannon, different. Yeah, there's
I don't think he
there's
minds
nothing
being
wrong with that.
different.
No, I think he loves it, doesn't he?
He
He
loves
embraces it, doesn't he?
Absolutely loves it. In terms of his initiation, Connor's initiation, when are we going to get that?
Well, I think
I've already done it. Yeah,
he done
done
questions
it Friday
at
night.
Newport's, wasn't it?
And sang, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was straight into the mix.
God,
Yeah,
that's
Friday
express.
night.
That is. That's
Yeah.
that's a quick turnaround.
Straight in,
Straight in. Yeah.
What'd you sing?
I was only there. What did I sing? Uncle Cracker, Follow Me.
Oh, that's a classic.
It's a good
Do you
one.
want to give us a couple of lines?
Nah.
No?
I don't think I could do that.
Armani, go on, encourage him. Go on.
Do you know it?
No, I don't know, but you can do it. Come on.
Nah, I can't. I can't do that. I done it Friday night, and that was bad enough Friday night. So I don't know if I could do it.
Come on.
Alright, ready? You don't know how you met me. You don't know why you can't turn around and
Go on,
say
boyo.
goodbye. All you know is when I'm with you, I make you free and swim through your veins like a fish in the sea.
Come on, Armani.
Singing, follow me, and everything is alright.
Come on, Armani.
I don't know, like
I'll
it.
be the one to tuck you in at night, and if you wanna leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me.
Yeah, well
Come
played.
on.
Well played.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Connor, you passed the warm-up as a Wimbledon player here on the official Wimbledon podcast. Let's have a bit of a quick fire between both of you. I'm going to ask you some questions, an answer from each of you if possible. No thinking time. Let's have the honest answers, because that's what happens when you ask someone something really quickly. Bang, they'll give you the best possible answer. So I'll ask you first, Armani Little, who's the best midfielder ever?
Iniesta.
Gerard.
Yeah, Connor.
Iniesta.
Nice one. Best stadium you've ever played at?
Wembley.
Emirates.
Give us your memories of Wembley.
Not very good. Lost the playoff final on penalties.
Emirates.
Yeah, it was only a friendly. But
Armani, who's your best friend in football?
Connor.
Connor.
He
Joe
needs
Lewis.
to say me.
I love that. I love that.
I'm only little.
Connor, who's the one footballer the streets will never forget?
Robinho.
Adel Tarat.
How come I keep asking Connor for an answer? You give me the
Adel
answer.
Tarat.
Adel Tarat. Good answer. Armani Little, the one footballer the streets will never forget.
Kaka.
You just said Robinho 2 seconds ago.
I've changed it now. Kaka.
Armani, your karaoke song?
American Boy.
Connor, we don't even know. You smashed it there. You absolutely smashed it with a bit of Uncle Franco. Fantastic. Connor, if you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
Unemployed.
Armani?
Maybe PT, maybe.
There we go. We're now joined by Armani Little, Don's midfielder. Armani, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries at all. And look, you're out injured, obviously, the Forest Green game. How's your injury coming along? How are you doing?
Yeah, no, really good. Obviously, I've been rehabbing and started running lightly at the end of last week, and then next week on Monday it's going to be ramped up a bit, and then I shouldn't be too far off training, so all good.
Fantastic stuff getting you back. So the plan, a couple of weeks, then get back out on the grass and hopefully back with the boys?
Yeah, it'll probably be another week or 5 days with the SLC, CMAC, and then back in with the boys training, and then ready to play games.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Armani, we've had a very, very good start to the season. How's the buzz or the vibe around the training ground and the players? How's it?
Oh no, it's brilliant. Every single day we're going in with a really good positive energy and a vibe, and I think it's a lot different this year. We've had a lot of new bodies come through the building, so it's been pretty refreshing, and it's a real good atmosphere around the place.
You mentioned one of the new boys coming in, obviously Connor Evans, one of your best mate off the pitch, and now can be on it as well. How's that been, and welcome him into the squad?
Yeah, no, obviously played with Connor for a few years down at Torquay, and it's brilliant to have him in. I was sort of trying to get him in, and it's always good to have a mate.
Lovely stuff. So I think we'll jump into some team news. There's a couple there on the screen. What are your thoughts on it, sort of looking at that, and then sort of the players in the squad?
Yeah, no, I think it's sort of similar to last week. Obviously with Joe Lewis not being able to play and Ali being away, but listen, we've got a squad now that anyone can come in and take their place and do as well as them. So I think, really strong, and I think we can get 3 points today.
How good is to have that squad depth? You obviously joined us last year on loan, and there was times in January we got through recalls, and there was elements of the team where we had some weaker match days. How good is it now to look at a match day and think, we've got 4 players on the bench now that can come on and really give us that extra boost?
Yeah, no, it's always good. Obviously, it's healthy because it's competition, and you've got to play well to keep your shirt, and that's what the gaffer's always said. So, yeah, no, it's definitely good. And then, like last 2 weeks ago, me and Reeves had come on off, and then you've got players ready to go in and do well, which Morgs and Borley have. So, yeah, no, it's really good.
I say James Wall really made the impact coming and scoring a header straight away into his sort of his earliest start off the bench, and he's really stepped in well since obviously yourself and Jake Reeves' injuries. There's just on there on screen obviously our sort of setup. Harry Pell sort of just behind this centre forward. He's really causes chaos those back lines, and similar sort of Omar Bujil, they sort of play that same role. And how important is to that and how we play?
Yeah, no, it's very, very important. I mean, obviously the diags onto Omar and Pelly has been working this season, so Pelly coming in is just going to be the exact same, and I'm sure he's going to win a lot of headers and be effective as he is every time he plays.
I know he causes a lot of chaos in the pitch, and also he's a bit of a nutter off it. What's he like in the dressing room and sort of playing with him?
No, yeah, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant character to have. He's got a good banter with the lads, and even with the new boys, he makes everyone feel welcome. So yeah, no, it's brilliant to have him on the pitch. He, like you say, causes chaos, unsettles the other team, and that's always good for us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to jump into some highlights of our midweek EFL Trophy action.
Drops on the edge of the penalty area here for an early chance. One to deal with here for Zanev, who was at full stretch. And now Sasu. Josh Davison does well, and he goes for goal. Well, there wasn't quite enough bend on that one. Risky move at the back by Wimbledon, and they get themselves in a spot of bother and concede the penalty. Reed from the spot finds the corner. Stevenage ahead with 55 minutes. And there comes James Tilley, and Tilley is brought down. The referee plays the advantage, and Tay Ashby-Hammond in the... While the full-time whistle sees the game end in a draw, that does mean, though, we are heading to penalties to decide who gets the extra points. Big decisions to be made. Who fancies it? Reed scored a penalty in the 90 and slots one in here. The opening penalty gives Stevenage the lead. Emphatic equaliser, it's 1-1. Sassu with the strike. It's the new boy, Kane Hemmings, who may just have been watching the previous penalty, smashed in. Two, just about. Well, we've seen some pretty decent penalties so far. Alex McDonald, the latest to strike. Here is Brown, who thunders in his spot kick. It's 3-3. For Kaski. His replacement, it still works. Gare doesn't feel the pressure and makes it 4-all. Nathan Thompson put his laces through that, and now the pressure is on for AFC Wimbledon. Tilley slams in. Nick Freeman is the first to see his penalty saved. Sanev down to push away. It's Lakin with what could be the decisive spot kick, and it just about is. The additional points heading the way of AFC Wimbledon. Well, in the EFL Trophy, AFC Wimbledon continue their excellent form. Johnny Jackson, all smart.
We've just seen the drama of the penalty shootout there. Johnny obviously got us our bonus point, if you like. What's your thoughts on the performance tonight?
You know what, I'm buzzing with that. I'm buzzing for the players, especially the young boys who have come into the team and stepped up to the plate tonight. And to get the extra point is obviously, you know, well pleased with that. But I think it was the least we deserved from the game. So I'd like to have won it because I felt like we merited the win. So to get the little, you know, the bonus at the end there to win the shootout, because I didn't want the lads, you know, if you do end up going to lose a shootout, to think, you know, that they hadn't performed well and that I wouldn't be pleased with them. So, you know, you go away with it feeling like a win.
There we go, highlights there from our 6-5 penalty victory over Stevenage in the EFL Trophy midweek. We're now joined by Aaron Paul, and obviously Rob Boyce has returned to the screen. And yeah, sort of, I thought Armani spoke very, very well, and he spoke about the positivity in the camp, and looking now towards what is quite an exciting run now till Christmas and the January window. Him and obviously Connor Evans joining, and he mentioned how nice it is to have best mate in the squad.
Yeah, it was great to have them both on the official club podcast. Download on Acast, Apple Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. It's got a feature of Connor singing as well. I mean, genuinely, footballers don't sing that often in public, but Connor Lemonade Evans has sung for us. Uncle Cracker, Follow Me. Anyone remember that one?
You know what? We spoke about it on Tuesday. I wasn't sure what the tune was, and then I listened to the official podcast. I was like, oh, it's this one. I know the
It's
one.
a country pop, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Connor speaking to us on the pod. Armani was on it, fantastic. I think Armani, his personality's really starting to come out now. He's always seemed a bit quiet, a bit shy, but he is fantastic. Can't wait to see him back out.
Greg Copers was very, very interesting as always. He speaks so well.
Yeah, all right, Ben. No, yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's been fantastic for this football club. Deserves a holiday, so Kopi, wherever you are, we salute you, mate. Enjoy your holiday. Even though I think you lost his luggage. So yeah, good luck with all them. I hope you packed an extra vest in your hand luggage.
We've got some results there on screen. Obviously coming into this game, unbeaten in the league. Obviously only one defeat so far this season. That was obviously Chelsea on the 30th of August. There's one name there amongst those scorers that comes up quite a lot. James Tilley. Just how important is he going to be today?
Oh, he seems to be in the form of his life at the moment. He's a real threat down that right wing, cutting inside. I'm really excited to watch James Tilley play. You know, even if he doesn't get on the score sheet, you know he's going to make some magic happen. Be nice to also see some more players get on the score sheet as well today. James Tilley's running away from it, and he needs a bit of competition, I think.
Sorry, buddy. I had a leaky My Pie box, and I got a gravy trail down me now. So I'm just working out how to get rid of that without the help of a washing machine.
We were just on some James Tilley hype. Man, I know you're very keen on.
Tilly Esther.
Yeah, there we go.
Love
Exactly.
him.
What a player, and I think he. Okay, some sound issues there again. Yeah, just sort of back on that sort of James Tilley hype. I think sort of 6 goals now, or 7 goals. I think the rest of the team. I think the nearest scorer to him is on 1. So definitely, I think we'll see him pop up today. Hopefully with a goal, whether that's from the penalty spot, as he's absolutely smashed them in. Obviously past not David Raya, Robert Sanchez at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and against.
Wrexham, Ben Foster.
Wrexham, yeah, Ben Foster.
The now retired Ben Foster.
Yeah, the now retired. James Tilley retired Ben Foster. I'm sure we can go with that. What we'll do, we'll jump into a little bit more team news and then head off to our seats. There it is there on screen. Obviously, Alex Bass in goal, Ryan Johnson and Alex Pearce make up our centre-back partnership. Lee Brown, Isaac Ogundare on the flanks behind Josh Nerfel, James Tilley. A midfield 3 of James Ball, Charlie Lakin and Harry Pell, and Josh Davison leading the line. And there we go, and there's the subs just there. Nick Zanev, Ethan Sutcliffe, Jack Curry, Morgan Williams, Ryan McLean, Aaron Sassu and Omar Bujil. Fellas, it's been an absolute pleasure. Before we go, can I get a score prediction from each of you? We'll go, Aaron, you first.
You first.
I think it's going to be 1-0 today.
1-0.
I think we're going to stay unbeaten, but obviously, you know, as well aware we're missing a few players today. So tough game, but I think we'll keep the unbeaten run going.
Fantastic. Aaron?
7-0.
7-0.
Come on, you dogs.
Mine is not as optimistic, but I'm going 2-0 Wimbledon. I think Josh Davison's getting off the mark today and getting a goal. But yeah, there you go on screen there, so you can watch the match live if you're international for £10.
Domestically as well.
And domestically, of course.
It's the international break.
The 3 p.m. blackout is obviously off with England playing Ukraine later for the international break. But yeah, that's £10. You can get yourself a live stream for the game and hopefully watch Wimbledon get 3 points. We'll see you later on about 5:30 or 5:15 for some post-match action. And with Johnny Jackson as well. How exciting. But yeah, we'll see you.